Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. This time I'm going to show you how to take down Rellana Twin Moon Knight. For this boss, my build was as follows. I used a Lordsworn's Blood Straight Sword at plus 25, and most importantly, I used the One-Eyed Shield. The reason for this is because I wanted a shield that had high physical, fire, and magic resistance. I do have a really high equip load at 118.7. That's thanks to 42 endurance as well as the Great Jar's arsenal. So just keep boosting that sort of defense, magic, fire, and physical. In my flask, I have an Opaline Hardtear and a Crimson Crystal Tear. The Opaline Hardtear increases all damage negation. So if you find yourself getting sliced and diced by the fire and magic, feel free to use talismans that will help negate that. The Pearl Drake talisman is really good for that as well. Okay, getting into the fight, in Phase 1, you will only have to deal with either physical or magic attacks. The magic attacks are fairly obvious when they're coming. The swords are not permanently enchanted at this point. With the boss's physical attacks, they are really long. It kind of reminds me of Dancer of the Boreal Valley in Dark Souls 3, because these combos just keep going, and they have a huge delay on them sometimes. So what I recommend doing is don't try to go in and punish every opening. Instead, what I recommend doing is wait for her to actually finish her combos. You see these big two-handed swings? Chances are she's going to either do the same move again, just backwards and sort of end the combo that way, or as you're about to see here in a second, she can actually end it with a forward stab, and even that's not the end, because after a one-handed forward stab, she can actually move that into a two-handed forward stab, so it can get really, really tricky. So just wait for her combos to actually end, and then you'll be okay in Phase 1. For Phase 2, I've had her open with this Firestorm ability several times. For Carian Greatsword, she can do a second hit almost every single time. So you want to roll forward through the vertical slice, and then be prepared to roll again for the horizontal slice. That one is a little bit delayed. I noticed that whenever I was really close to her, sometimes I would eat that second horizontal hit. So try to give yourself a little bit of distance. This way you're not just like rolling into the hilt of that Carian Greatsword. Okay, so for this phase, whenever she does some sort of stab with the fire sword, if you see a glow after the stab, that means that any fire trail that she's left behind is going to explode. You'll notice here that I kind of backed off of her. The reason for that is because I wanted to restore my stamina. This shield is really heavy, and so my rolls take quite a lot of stamina, and it doesn't replenish super fast. So I'm trying to be very, very conscious of my stamina management and do my best to give myself an opportunity to just refill and then sort of go in whenever I have an opportunity. While the boss is doing combos, pay close attention to the magic blade in her right hand. The reason I mention that is because you do not want to get caught by her vertical slice that can come out very, very quickly. For that double moon sorcery, you just want to jump 3 times. Jump once the first ball drops, jump once the second ball drops, and then pay close attention to when the boss herself drops, and then you want to jump again and jump over those AoE explosions. I'm sure you probably could roll through it, but I was never able to. Jumping just is pretty foolproof. Okay, so you saw there that vertical slice, that quick slice that I was talking about, that caught me, dealt a ton of damage even with this negation I have going on because of my Opaline Hardtear. Still really, really tricky. That multi-hit combo with the blade beams that are coming out of her right-hand magic sword, I recommend just rolling left every single time for that. If you try to roll forward or backward, chances are the horizontal slash, that third one, will cut you, and it deals an absolute ton of damage. So I recommend just either rolling left or right through all those, and once you pick a direction, either left or right, only use that direction of roll. Don't try to like go the other way, because you do have that little timing buffer where you're going to walk again and then roll, so it can mess up your timing. So just pick one direction and roll in it either left or right. And then after a while of dealing with this, she will go down. It's a really, really hard boss, and you have to be very conscious of your damage negation, either through talismans, or your flask, or your shield, or all 3. But that's it. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button below this video. You can also leave a super thanks by clicking the heart icon below this video. Don't forget to join my community Discord. The link for that is in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.